Hi students, I hope all are fine. So in the previous class we finished the poem The Portrait of a Prince. Okay, as you are very much aware of, it is about a tiger, and we saw certain things about the tiger as described by Dennis Martindale. Okay, so now we have certain questions and questions to be answered, so we shall look into that. All right, so in one of the lines, okay, first now let us read the poem to understand. Okay, you need to go through the poem before answering all these questions. So answer these questions with reference to the context. Okay, how it is done means, okay, now first a line will be given. Okay, in that line what we need to do is we need to understand the context in which it is written. All right, so the line is this: what tales those teeth could tell. Okay, what tales those teeth could tell. Whose teeth is being talked about? Okay, whose teeth is being talked about here? It is the teeth of the tiger that is being talked about. Then what does the poet compare the teeth to? Okay, what does the poet compare the teeth to? What does the poet compare the teeth to? The poet compares the teeth of the tiger to a dagger. You remember a dagger? What? Okay, the mouth covers the teeth as daggers. Okay, it is said that way. So the poet considers or compares the teeth of the tiger to daggers. Okay, then why would the teeth be able to tell tales? Okay, as I have already mentioned, okay, the tiger uses the teeth in order to get his prey, in order to frighten his enemies, all those things. Okay, from the conception or from the moment the tiger began to hunt for prey, the teeth is a part of the tiger which kills the animals which the tiger praised, isn't it? So the teeth is a part and parcel of the tiger when it attacks an animal to make it its prey or make it its food. So those things, the teeth, since the teeth are part of the tiger's triumphant stories of killing its prey, so the teeth is able to tell so many stories. So those are the tales which the teeth is able to share. Okay, so that's why it is said the teeth, what tales teeth could tell. Okay, there is an usage. It is written like that. The poet describes like that: what tales these teeth could tell. Okay, means to say the tiger uses its teeth as a dagger in order to hunt down its prey for it to have food. So the teeth is part and parcel of the tiger's victory. So the teeth are able to tell so many stories. Tales means stories. Okay, stories of victory, stories of gaining ascendancy over the other animals and so on. Okay, that's the reason why it is said. Why would the teeth be able to tell tales? Okay, so the teeth are able to tell so many stories about the tiger's victory, triumph, and about its ascendancy over other creatures. Okay, so that is a context in which what tales those teeth could tell is written. Okay, now we have the next question, that is answer these questions. Which three senses of the tiger does the poet highlight? Okay, if you when we go through the poem, we can see that poet highlights three senses of the tiger. Okay, the first one is about the tiger's ears. Okay, how the tiger was able to, or how the tiger is able to listen to the far noises. Okay, that is about its a hearing capacity, that is a first sense. Then the tiger's sight. Okay, the tiger's sight is mentioned, how the tiger stares. Okay, so those things are mentioned. So next sense that is that the poet describes is the sense of sight. The third sense about the tiger the poet describes is the sense of its smell. Okay, so sense of smell, how the tiger is able to identify or smell its enemies or its prey from a far distance. Okay, those are the three senses. Okay, those are the three senses that poet describes here. Then the second question, which line suggests that the tiger is the apex predator? Okay, we have already seen what is an apex predator. Apex predator is the animal that comes first or topmost in the food chain. Okay, so the line, which line suggests that the tiger is the apex predator? If we go through the poem, we can see, okay, who is in command. Okay, we can see who is in command or its sovereign might. All those usages are there in the poem. So when we go through the poem, we can see those usages. Those usages tell us that the the tiger is an apex predator. Okay, then third question, what does the tiger have control of? Okay, the tiger has control of its enemies. Okay, about the when we speak about the tiger's style of attack, we saw that the tiger uh, tells its enemies through its eyes that the tiger is in control of the situation. Okay, the tiger is in control of the situation. So the tiger is in control of its enemies, of its prey. That is the meaning of the tiger or the usage control of. Then what do you think the poet means by saying despite the human race? Okay, what do you think? And the poet says despite the human race. So for example, as we have seen in the poem, if you see, okay, that this particular usage comes when we speak about the neck of the tiger. The tiger's neck is so still like that of a prince. Okay, despite the human race, in the sense despite means you leaving aside the human race. Okay, you leave aside the human race in in the in the jungle. Okay, lion may be the king, but in the jungle the tiger is said to be the prince of the jungle. Okay, so even if you leave aside the human race, despite the human race, you don't have to consider the human race. Okay, for example, we say we are giving human qualities to these tiger, these animals. That's why we say, okay, we say that lion is a king and tiger is a prince. Okay, for because in the human race we have king, prince, queen, all those designations are given to people. So the point is, you leave aside the human beings, you leave aside the human beings in jungle, tiger is the prince. Okay, that is the meaning of saying despite the human race, leaving aside the human race. All right, so next one, now we need to read the poem to appreciate it. Okay, the first one is what do you notice about the rhyming words in the poem? Okay, can you work out the rhyme scheme? Okay, so here we have the poem here. Only I have taken only 16 lines. Okay, so this will tell us about the rhyming words as well as the rhyming scheme. The rhyming words are close, then nose, lines, defines, then erect, select, breathes, leaves. So if you see the first answer, we have the rhyming words close and nose. So close a and nose also a. The second line we have lines. Second rhyming word is line, and what the rhyming word for line that goes together with line is defines. Okay, lines defines. So this rhyming scheme would be a b a b. So in all the stanzas we can see that A B A B. Okay, so that is a rhyming scheme. All right, then the second question, rhythm. Okay, rhythm means beat or the tone in which something is sung or something is played, a musical notation and so on. So rhythm is when the arrangement of words creates an audible pattern or beat when read out aloud. So we can keep time, means timing. It can be 2 by 4 or 3 by 4 or 4 by 4. Okay, or it can a 6 by 8 also is there. Okay, that is a timing about the music, that is a rhythm. So for each poem is written in a form of a song, right? Okay, more, it is more of a song rather story. So poem can be sung, it is sung. Okay, so when we read aloud or when we sing it, we follow a certain an arrangement of words or an arrangement of a rhythm, okay, or beat. Okay, that is the meaning of saying poems follow a beat or a pattern of notes. Okay, that is the meaning of a rhythm. Okay, so this is because there are a fixed number of syllables in each line throughout the poem. This particular rhythm comes if you go through the poem, there are a fixed number of syllables in each line. So if you count the syllables in each line, we can see how this poem gives a kind of tone to the ears, okay, to us when we read it aloud. Okay, that is about this particular poem, and we have come to the end of this poem. And now we just will have a kind of a introduction to next chapter, the prose chapter, that is back from the brink. So it is written by documentary movie makers Rita Banerjee and Maya Khosla. Okay, what is it about? Once they are going to the northeast. Okay, northeast, to make a documentary about the people. So they see certain things with regard to the lifestyle and with regard to how they the culture, all those things. So this particular chapter is about that. So what is northeast? It is situated in the northeast. So northeast is in India. Okay, it is in India, it's in the eastern part of India. Okay, these are the states which come under the northeast. Okay, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, and Sikkim. There are 8 states which come under the northeast. Okay, so northeast, officially known as a northeastern region, NER, is the easternmost region of India, representing both a geographic and political administrative division of the country. It comprises 8 states. It comprises of 8 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. Okay. So these are some of the pictures of the northeast. Okay, these are some of the pictures of the northeast. It's a very nice place to go for a picnic, and very nice place. It used to be very cool and so on. And these are some other pictures of the northeast. So we shall see about this particular documentary in the next class. And now we have a small worksheet to do. So how it is something different from how we had been doing. Okay, you know how to make calls, so you will be knowing how to make conference calls. Okay, now we go to discuss with regard to the name or the suitability of the title of the poem, The Portraits of a Prince. Okay, so what you need to do is make a conference call of 4 members each, okay, in your class, and discuss about the suitability of the title of the poem, and write the fruit of the discussion as a worksheet. I hope it is clear. Thank you and bye.